Okay, so one of the things, and these are just real quick and easy, we're going to do these on the back side of the paper I just gave you. It's blank. So flip that paper over and write this down. Yep. Write that down. And every time you hit systems of equations, which you will do every year from now on, every math class, they will do systems of equations. They will do these problems every year, I promise. And we did not get to them, so we're going to do a few of them today, and they're very, very easy. Very, very easy. Let's circle that word sum. What does sum mean? To add, yes.
Good job.
Okay, and what about difference? That means to subtract. Okay, let's try to be somebody we want to be around, okay? All right, now when I say those words, the two numbers. Whoops, I'm on the wrong page. That's all right, we'll have to do this one. When I say those words, the two numbers, guys, I am talking about X and Y. So when I say the sum of two numbers is 24, that means I need to write X plus Y equals 24. Right? The sum of two numbers is 24. X plus Y equals 24. What would you write for the difference is 6?
One.
That's it. X minus Y equals 6. All right, now we have a system of equations. This is those problems that we solve using elimination. Now, I could subtract if I wanted to eliminate my x's, but I think adding is easier. So I'm going to put a plus sign out here, and that's going to get rid of my y's. Right? What's x plus x? 2x. Y's are eliminated. That's why we called it by elimination. Equals, what's 24 plus 6?
30.
All right, so now how do I solve? Divide by 2, okay. And x is equal to 15. Now, what do I do with this information that x is equal to 15? I say x is 15. I have the equation x plus y equals 24. So that is 15 plus y equals 24, right? We just plug it in. Wherever the x was, we're going to plug it in. Subtracting that 15, and y is equal to 9, right? What is 15 plus 9? 24. Is that what I want it to be? Yeah. What is 15 minus 9? 6. So the sum is 24. The difference is 6. I know I have the right answer. Yes? These are not hard ones. These are pretty easy. We didn't get to any word problems, and this is going to be our word problems on systems of equations. Okay, let's try. See if you can set up the problem. Nina? No, ma'am. All right, do I have anybody that could go up and write the question for me? You don't have to solve anything, just write me the problem up. What happened to your eye?
Oh, that's sharp.
Scratching your eye?
He's scratching for no reason. Mind my own business.
That's a lot.
Okay. Now, what does difference mean?
Oh, subtract.
There we go. All right, good.
What's that?
I don't know, plus sign?
Oh. There you go.
Good. Perfect. Yes? Did you set up your problem correctly?
Yeah.
All right, now when we add it, we eliminate the y's. Because a positive y and a negative y just wipe each other out, right? Positives and negatives cancel. And 1x plus 1x is going to give me a 2x equals, gives me x is equal to 27. Good. Alright, so if x plus y is equal to 40, what step do I take after I find one variable? I have to.
Put y equals 13.
So 27 plus y equals
40.
minus that 27. Is 27 plus y, plus 13, 40?
Yeah.
And is 27 minus 13 a 14? Okay? They're not a difficult set of problems to do. Alright, last one. Let's try one more. Set up your problem. Caleb was the phone up. Who's going to have to work this problem? You. Too easy.
And use this.
Yep. There you go. All right, what are we going to do with these two equations? Add them. So plus and 2x is equal to, divide by that 2, x is equal to 19. All right, and then 19 plus y equals 30. Subtracting that 19. And y is equal to, yes?
Yes.
I do have one of those on your benchmark, guys. All right, so let's flip that paper over. And we're going to talk about what's on the front side. So,
What would eat is on that?
do what?
What would eat is on that?
I cannot hear what you're saying to me.
What would eat is on
Whoever did what?
This don't have to count.
Don't know how to count.
that? What about that movie?
Oh, the numbers. Well, I can count. I do pretty good at it. Sometimes I still make a few mistakes, but I can count. But I was just taking problems off of different papers. So I was using screen snip. So I wasn't typing it in. But, all right. So one of the problems you're going to have on your post test is going to look like a graph. And on that graph, it's going to say, name the solution. So what is describe? Don't tell me what the solution is, but describe what the solution is. What am I looking for? The coordinate. Which Pacific coordinate? does it want me to give? Where the two lines?
Problem.
Yes. So maybe on your paper you want to circle that, draw an arrow to it, and say that is the solution. So that when I ask you that on the post test, you know what it is I am asking for. And what is that coordinate? Yes. Okay. Now, it's a multiple choice, right? What quadrant is that answer in? Three. And what do you know about all your numbers in quadrant 3, guys? So if I look at my multiple choice answers and they have positive numbers, that tells me I can't use that one, right? So it's a quick way of going ahead and eliminating problems that you can't use. All right, write down, just to yourself, write down on your paper what you think the solutions to the next two problems are. What do you think the solutions are?
Can we tell you
Conspiracy?
what it is?
You think it's a conspiracy?
No, I got it wrong.
You did not get it wrong. Coordinate?
I got it right.
Did you get that? All right. Yes? Okay, good. So far on what we've done today, you probably have like 16 points on your post test. Think you're going to get those 16 points? Meh. All right. Some more talking about that. Problem 4. We're going to solve using elimination. So what variable do I want to eliminate? Which one? How and why? I heard X. Yep, because they both have a 6. Now on my top one, I've got a negative 6. And on the bottom, I've got a positive 6. So that they are different tells me that I should, nope. Add, right? Signs are different means we add. Looking for who has the same coefficient. If those coefficients have different signs, we're going to add. Because negative 6 plus 6 gives me that 0. What about 5 plus 4? 5y's plus 4y's give me... What about a positive 1 adding to a negative 10? Okay. How do I solve this last end? So y is equal to a negative. What am I going to do with this? And I'm going to use my second one just because I think my second one is easier. It makes no difference which one I do use. I think my second one is easier, so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to say 6x plus 4 times negative 1 equals negative 10. I went from solving y equals negative 1. I'm going to plug it in to where the y is. So what's 4 times negative 1?
Negative 4.
So now I have 6x minus 4 equals negative 10. Two-step. What should I do? So 6x equals negative 6.
Divided by 6.
Okay.
X equals negative 1.
So my answer, remember x always comes first. Negative 1, negative 1. Yes? All in all, on elimination, we've got about 8 problems on this business here between the graphs and the difference in sum word problems. All right, what about problem 6? Who, why, and how should we eliminate on problem 6? The x's or the y's? Okay. And they both have a positive 1, right? So since my signs are the same, that tells me I need to. All right, be careful. It gets tricky on these. I've got 8x minus a negative 3x. Okay. Y's are gone. Be careful. Negative 16 minus negative 5. Negative 16 minus negative 5. Minus a negative. Yep. So negative 16 plus 5. There you go. So dividing by 11, x is equal to negative 1. Plug in. I'm going to use the top one. We can use either, but I'm going to say 8 times negative 1 plus y equals negative 16. We're taking that x and plugging it in. What's 8 times negative 1? Good. Plus y equals negative 16. What should I do? So y is equal to a negative 8. X is first, y is second. Negative 1, negative 8. All right, you work on your problem 8. Mhm.
Okay. I had to go back to my real quick.
What, why, and how? What variable are we going to get rid of? Why are we getting rid of that one? And how are we getting rid of that one? Okay, we're going to get rid of the y's. Why are we getting rid of the y's? Okay. And since they're both positive 2's, how are we getting rid of the y's? There you go. Seven minus 8. 2 minus 2. And 24 minus 30. So what's 7 times 6? Oh, come on. So 42 plus 2y equals 24 minus that 42. And 2y equals a negative. Divide by that 2. And y is equal to negative 9. 6 and negative 9. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. What's the problem with the next problem? You're 13 there. Does anybody have the same coefficient? What are we going to do to create the same coefficient? What can we multiply by what? 2. Yes, we're going to multiply everybody in that bottom equation by 2. Okay? Guys, you're going to multiply by some number. You're going to multiply one of them by some number so that you make them the same. But other than that, every problem's going to be different, so you're going to have to decide which one and by what number. So I'm going to rewrite it. 16x minus 10y equals 10. And then I've got to distribute that 2. Not once, not twice, but 2 times negative 8x is negative 16x. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12y. And 2 times 6 is... Now I've got a positive 16 and a negative. Now I can eliminate. I'm going to add, and the x's are gone. Be careful. What's a negative 10 plus a negative 12? A negative 10 plus a negative 12. Equals 22. So I'm going to divide by that negative 22. And y equals negative 1. All right, now we're at that plug-in stage. So if y is equal to negative 1, I have 16 times x minus 10 times negative 1 equals 10, 20, 80. 16x plus 10 equals 10. What's going to happen when I subtract that 10 from both sides? What is the only number, my very, 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 very favorite number in the world, that you're going to multiply by and end up with a 0? X equals 0. So my coordinate, 0, negative 1. Be careful on your order tomorrow or Wednesday. Make sure that you always put your X first. All right, last one. Nobody's the same. What can I do? Okay. So I'm going to rewrite my negative 4x minus 15y equals negative 17. And I'm going to distribute A3. So negative 3x plus 15y equals negative 39. Add or subtract? I got a negative 15 and a positive 15. Adding them together, they're gone. Negative 7x equals a negative 5, 6, 7, 8. What's 56 divided by 7? Plug in. So I'm going to use the second one. Negative 8 plus 5y equals negative 13. Adding that 8 to both sides. 5y equals negative 5. And dividing by that, y equals a negative 1. So what's my answer? Alright, so make sure that that is something you don't lose so you can reference it while you're taking your post-test. Tomorrow when we do our review, we'll be looking at domain, range, function, not a function, solution, not a solution. Today we worked on the elimination, the systems. So you should start this study guide on page 2. Your study guide, I told you the only grade you will have for this week is your post-test. This study guide, if completed.
So we know about you learning.
Hmm?
So we know about you learning.
That's not true. Yes, you do have e-learning. But e-learning, I will probably put, well, no, I have to put it in for this week, don't I?
No, we don't.
Yes, I do.
We don't gotta do it.
Alright. So this study guide will be extra credits.
Miss
That's
Graham,
points.
Julie's checking out.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Tell Sue to get me too.
Extra credit points on your post-test if completed. There's no extra credit if you did like 6 problems. Well, can't you give me a couple? No.
What about the team?
Sir?
What about the team?
Let's see. Look, I can count on this.
So this one work.
It has to be, how many? 23, 29.
It's $20 first
Oh my goodness. Alright, so we working on this. Yes, ma'am.
When is this due?
This will be due after you take your post test. You'll have to turn it in.
We're taking our test Thursday.
Wednesday.
Oh, what version do you have at the
Major. Well, this will be extra credit points on a major grade.
Oh, I need to.
Start on your page 2. Domain is your X. Range is your
Why?
Y. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow, guys. Turn to page 2 and work on the problems that we worked on today.
All right. I'm not doing that.
Hmm?
I'm not doing that.
Now the top problems, all you have to do is plug in. Okay, no, you don't need any music on. As long as the X does not repeat, right? They did not give me enough for all the girls, so I just gave out what they did give me. If there is anybody, if you are not interested in this pageant,
You know, I always got brought around. Every year I got brought around. I mean, she's prettier than me, but like,
no, it's not about. It's not all about.
oh, it is. Trust me.
Thanks. I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah,
No
pickles.
makeup, no makeup, no makeup.
It's about.
Right there. Let's go. This is my department. How much extra points does this have?
I don't know. This is this paper's about open house.
Why
I
are
used
you
to
getting
play
it?
for open house.
I don't even be here.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even be here.
Okay.
Go on. Why do we need this?
Is there
When is the
I was in
spell?
the bathroom, I walked into the stall and I was checking my phone, and Miss Bloodworth came in there and started yelling at me saying I was in there on my phone and I used the bathroom. She just said he was in here.
Next week, we just put those phones in a caddy at the front. No plastic on them.
Why do we need this? What do we need this? Right, why do we need that? What's that got to do with us? That's the something.
Okay, guys. You should be working on your study guide.
He should have been quick.
Oh.
He should have been different.